Hey everybody, it's Andy and Denise, and we're here on another ice chunk on the Yukon River. But now, as you can see behind us, breakup has happened. And this is Earth Day plus 13, but breakup actually happened on Earth Day plus 12.
Wow. Yes. Well, here we are, Calico Bluff, May 5th, 4 o'clock. River started to break up about half an hour ago. It's pretty amazing to see. Got to hear it. Hopefully my pictures give you some of the feeling. Maybe you can even hear it a bit through the pictures. Yesterday, it happened on May the 5th at 3:30 p.m. I mean, there's just something really, really special about seeing all of that water just start moving and the river come to life and a whole new year beginning. These big sheets going past me. I'm going to try to get down into that corner. It's all shoving up. Wow, here comes a big piece. Fogo, come on, out of there. Go. Wow. Oh, I can't help but be impressed. Is everybody up here? Fogo, Topaz, everybody here? Good boys. Wow. Oh my gosh.
There you go. Denise was upstairs working on plants, and I was working on yesterday's clips, and she came running over and saying, there's a thunderstorm, there's a rainbow, and the river's breaking up.
That's crazy. That last storm came through. And yeah.
So the river started moving about, I don't know, half an hour ago. It's not going real crazy. The water level hasn't come real high, but some ice is moving. It's hard to say if this is just a piece that broke off from farther upriver and is coming down alone. It doesn't seem like the main push of ice like it came from 40 Mile or Dawson or anything. So I think this is just another section that broke off upriver and it's just kind of moving through here. There were a lot of firsts yesterday. The first of the big firsts was the river started moving. It was a really good kind of slow start, and it started building. It was kind of like a good opera. It started out really slow, and then it built up, and then it kind of tapered off in the evening. Well, if it doesn't stop and jam, we're okay. If it stops somewhere, then this will rise pretty quick. A lot of firsts. Also, killed my first mosquito yesterday.
Right. The swallows knew what they were doing.
Yeah, I guess it really was the first day of the year last year.
Yesterday. We're a bit tired, I think, this morning.
It's about 6 a.m. and as you can see, the sun's already pretty high up here. We have a lot of hours of daylight. In fact, it barely even gets dark now. It's twilight at night. So we spent the better part of yesterday afternoon and evening just out filming and out there with GoPros on the ice, and Denise was running around up and down the riverbank. She went back down to where we filmed yesterday, and what happened?
I went back down right on the shore and climbed up off of the shore just really maybe a minute before a big push of ice came through. I was down there right when a big push of ice came through. The timing was just dead on. It was dead on that I got out of the way of the ice coming ashore.
Yeah, and she had dogs with her, and she was a little concerned about the dogs being down on the shoreline because when that ice comes in, it pushes up hard, and these chunks of ice, like the one we're standing on, are probably a couple of tons, and when you get into these really big pieces of ice, they're tens of tons in weight.
Yeah.
And they get pushed up on the shoreline just like you'd stir ice cubes in your drink. It's amazing the force of the river when you really think of the physics behind what it takes to move a chunk of ice. My 450 bulldozer would have a hard time pushing some of this ice right here, and the river just pops it up onto the bank like it's nothing. It's almost like it almost looks like it's made out of feathers the way it pushes it around. So much force.
Being downriver of it, I got a pretty good, quick view of the force coming at me.
Right.
With that big push of ice and that water coming up, and you can see it pushing straight up into the shore.
Yeah. And it just feels really good to have the warm sun on our back, the birds coming back. The river is open. It'll be a little while before we can get boats in, but it's amazing how quickly this ice melts because we have 24 hours of daylight and the days are going to start getting pretty warm right now. So
that's what I was going to say down in that corner. I'm so surprised how quickly all of that has moved out of there.
Right.
Because that was full yesterday.
Yeah, so the other interesting thing, last year, right after breakup, we were able to take a small skin-on frame boat that I had made, and we dropped a ladder down. It was probably about a 12-foot drop down to the river onto our sandbar.
Maybe more, I think.
Because the water is really low right after breakup, and we took the boat out and we paddled around out in the Yukon in the ice and everything after the main push went through. But I was thinking if you were going to travel the Yukon, this would be a tough time of year to do it because it's, as you can see, it's just a wall of ice all along the shoreline. It's very few places you can even get out of a boat on the shoreline or even pull a boat up to it. You know, the river is can be your best friend. The river can also be your worst nightmare, and a lot of it has to do with just understanding the dynamics of the river, what it's going to do, and what its potential is. And if you understand those things, you can take advantage of it. If you don't understand those things, you can get into trouble on a big river like this pretty quick. But today, this river is our friend, and it's going to feel really good to get our boat in the water and be able to travel on the river again. But I hope you enjoyed watching some of these videos with us. It's pretty impressive to see this force of nature. And we're really happy that we were able to get out and film it this year and share it with everyone. This is Denise's second breakup. So, you know, for me, even after 30 years, I still get excited, and it's still pretty impressive to see breakup. But I can think back and remember when I first saw it, how exhilarating it is.
That's a good word.
and how awestruck you become when you realize the power behind this river and how it can move this ice around. It's pretty hard to capture it in film.
What do you think, Topaz? It's happening, Tope.
Okay, that's our report for the day. Happy New Year.
Okay, I think I better